It was the wedding the world never saw coming, yet one that felt destined all along. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco, two artists from very different corners of the music world, finally stood together, hand in hand, promising forever. The day began quietly, tucked away from the noise of Hollywood. Instead of a massive stadium ceremony or a red carpet spectacle, Selena and Benny chose intimacy, surrounded only by their closest family and dearest friends. The setting was breathtaking, a sun-drenched garden in California. The air carried both laughter and a deep sense of peace. Selena, radiant as ever, walked down the aisle in a gown that reflected her spirit, elegant but unpretentious, timeless yet modern. Her dress flowed like water, embroidered with delicate beads that shimmered softly in the evening sun. She carried a bouquet of white roses and lavender, chosen for their symbolism of love and devotion. Guests whispered as she appeared, their voices hushed by the sheer magic of the moment. And there was Benny, known for his eccentric, playful personality. He surprised everyone by showing a new side of himself that day. He was steady, emotional, and deeply moved. He wore a tailored suit that captured both sophistication and his quirky touch, with a subtle embroidered detail on the sleeve, a tiny heart stitched in red, hidden unless you looked closely. It was his way of saying, "I'll never stop being myself, but I'll always be hers." When their eyes met at the altar, the world seemed to fall away. Benny's usually mischievous grin softened into something unshakably tender, while Selena's calm, graceful presence radiated warmth. In that moment, it was clear this was not a Hollywood romance built for cameras. It was to people who had found in each other the kind of love that feels rare, almost impossible, but undeniable once it arrives. The vows they exchanged were simple, heartfelt, and uniquely theirs. Selena spoke of resilience, of the storms she had weathered, and how Benny became her safe place. She said that for the first time in years, she felt truly seen, not as a celebrity, not as a brand, but simply as Selena. Benny, fighting back tears, spoke of how he never imagined someone so extraordinary could love him so freely. He joked, he stumbled on his words, and yet, every sentence carried the weight of honesty. "You're my forever," he said at last, his voice breaking, and Selena smiled through her tears, whispering back, "Always." The celebration that followed was nothing short of magical. Guests dined under open skies, with fairy lights strung above like stars. Instead of an extravagant performance, the music was personal, an acoustic set of songs that had marked their journey together. Friends recalled stories of laughter, late-night studio sessions, and the quiet moments that had built their bond. Selena surprised everyone with a song not for the charts, not for an album, but for Benny alone. Her voice, soft yet powerful, floated over the crowd, and Benny sat frozen, his hand pressed against his chest, as if trying to hold on to the moment forever. Later, Benny returned the gesture in his own way. With his typical humor, he presented Selena with a handwritten letter, messy, imperfect, but filled with words so personal that even she couldn't stop laughing and crying at the same time. What made this wedding remarkable wasn't its grandeur, but its authenticity. In a world where celebrity unions are often criticized or scrutinized, Selena and Benny chose love over spectacle. Their wedding wasn't about headlines. It was about a home they were building together, about the joy of finding peace in each other's arms. As the night closed, the couple shared their first dance. There was no choreographed routine, no scripted spectacle, just the two of them swaying slowly, lost in each other's eyes, as if time itself had decided to pause. Guests looked on, some wiping away tears, others holding their own partners just a little tighter. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco's wedding wasn't just a celebration of their love story. It was a reminder to everyone watching that love isn't about perfection. It's about two souls finding balance, her elegance and strength meeting his humor and unshakable honesty. Together, they created a promise not only to share their lives, but to lift each other through every high and low that may come. And as fireworks sparkled gently above the garden that night, one truth became undeniable. In each other, Selena and Benny had found not just a partner, but a forever home.